Hi everyone, long time no see. Wow, I can't believe it seems like ages ago since we met in Switzerland. And at that time, we had no idea that 2020 was going to be so different. And wow, now that we're halfway through already, even though it has been challenging at times, we're still able to have a little bit of fun over the summer. And it sounds like that all three of us had a very interesting story involving dogs. Dogs. For me, well, I was going on a very nice hike trying to take in beautiful sceneries in Canada, and all of a sudden, this dog came out of nowhere and stole my lunch. The lunch that I was waiting to eat after a 1 hour hike. And the dog just took it and chewed it all up before I even had a chance to grab it. And that was my summer story. So sad.
My story went a bit different. I went back home after, I think it was 8 months. I finally made it back home to Germany. And then my dog didn't even recognize me anymore. So I had to do the opposite. I just gave him food, and then at least he started to like me again. Yeah. Wow. So that was my dog story for this summer.
It's a happy ending.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Kåre, what about you?
Well, I was out canoeing in the wilderness and I was just having a good time. And then I had to roll and I realized how fun it was to get into the water. So I wanted to do it again and again and again. And I just realized that I am sort of like a dog. I just love this water.
Wow. So you discovered the skills of a dog as well. That's awesome.
Yeah, probably what I was in my last life or something.
So I am so glad that we're all able to find moments to enjoy ourselves. And we hope that all of you out there are able to find that moment of happiness in these challenging times. So with that said, the purpose of us being here today is to take the opportunity to share what IFHOHYP has been up to, because we have been keeping very busy and we wanted to share some of the great accomplishments that we've made in the past couple of months. So to start off, here is our fun with pictures taken in Switzerland in 2019. Since then, here is our new board that was elected at the AGM. So I am the president of this wonderful organization, and Leonie and Kaveh are our two board members. As you may already have noticed, the others could not join us today because they're busy doing something else. So for example, Mikhail is busy traveling around Switzerland and Austria. And on the way, he visited our vice president, Manuel, who lives in Switzerland. We also have Paulina from Poland, who is currently devoted in her thesis work in inclusive education for deaf and hard of hearing children. And lastly, we have Moses, who's always continuing great work in Africa. He actually lives in Uganda. So here are our fantastic team of 7 people on the board. And of course, there's also our committees as well. So we want to show you the different work that our committees have been doing, because the board and the committees work very closely together to provide the different activities and work that we wanted to share. To start off, here is our Accessibility Committee, which is recently formed in June in response to the COVID-19 pandemic. So the idea behind this committee is to collect information about the barriers that are faced by hard of hearing young people and come up with solutions to these barriers, because we want to make sure nobody gets left behind during this time. So this committee has a very diverse group. It is led by Irina from Russia, and we have David from Australia, Say from Bolivia, Hank from Malaysia, and Ralph from the Philippines. So together, the committee has created a global inventory of clear face masks and shields. So that means you're able to look this up on our website, where you can find information about where you can get the clear mask and shields in your area. So this inventory is an ongoing document which will update. The other thing that we've done is to work with the World Federation of the Deaf to create a statement on accessible communication. So this statement can be used for public services and private businesses, where we wanted to show them what it takes to communicate with us. So for example, recommending that they use a face shield so that they can take off the face masks and we can read the lips. So this statement will be coming out shortly, so stay tuned for that, and you can download them and share it with your own community. And that's what we have done so far in this committee.
Yes, so the fundraising committee, which is really important, and it consists of Camilla from Finland, Ese from Turkey, Mikael from the Netherlands, and Manuel from Switzerland. They have an action plan, and part of it is to prepare a list of companies to contact for IFHOHYP and to approach them to ask for them to sponsor us. They also have to develop documents for companies that outline the benefits of sponsoring us and having this type of cooperation with IFHOHYP. And another very important thing is also that they are trying to find the means of actually collecting funds so that we actually can also get to where we want to go.
And I am part of the Member and Information Committee. And our goal is to inform you about everything that is going on in IFHOHYP and also to tell your stories. My team consists of Maria from Poland, who is an article writer and artist, Keegan, our proofreader from Canada, Edith, our informatician, and you can ask him any question and he will know what to do. He's from Turkey, Carolina, our web designer, me, myself, and Tatya, our photographer. I'm very proud of that team because we achieved a lot of amazing things in the last month. And the most important thing is our new webpage, which I'm gonna show you here. Go in. Yes, exactly. This is our new webpage, which looks really new and fresh and modern, and I hope you already engaged with it. You can find it on www.ifhohyp.org. And if you look at this picture now, you can see another point of what we were working on. We want to tell your stories and we want to hear your opinions. And that's what we are writing about, and that's what we are publishing now. So that is our main goal, to publish you and show your actions. And a third thing that we were doing, and that also allows you to get involved into IFHOHYP, is a new Discord server. You can sign up directly here on the web page, click on this button here, and then you will see how it looks like. It's basically a big chat with a lot of different channels that allows you to interact with us, the board, with other members, or with other member organizations, and to discuss about IFHOHYP topics and hard of hearing topics. So we were up to do a lot and to involve you as a member.
And now I'm going to talk about two of our committees. One of them is the Policy Committee, which is responsible for developing IFHOHYP standards and political standpoints in key areas. And currently, we've been focusing on the issue of access to palantypists and interpreters, where we've tried to do a small comparison of different countries. And we are going to move forward with also covering the issue of access to political participation, so that young people with disabilities, they have a right to be involved in the politics that shape the societies that they are in. And this is something we are going to work on moving forward. The committee consists of Hanna Mullis from Sweden, Emil Music from Germany, me from Sweden, and also Bowen from Canada. And we work very closely with another committee, which is the Strategic Planning Committee. Their work is to look at what IFHOHYP wants to do during the next 5 years and help the whole organization align what we do every day to be consistent with these goals. And they've been working very close recently with the Political Committee. This committee consists of Andrei Mare from Romania, Pavel Novikov from Russia, Servada Moses from Uganda, and then Bowen. And now, Bowen, I know that you are going to talk a little bit more about this 5-year plan that is really part of the core mission of this Strategic Planning Committee.
Thank you, Kavi. So in this committee, we proposed the 4 main pillars based on the feedback that we got from the last AGM, as well as looking at our previous plan. So the 4 main pillars are digital presence, which means we want to build up our online media platforms and providing virtual events, which makes it possible for us to connect. Capacity building, being able to support new hard of hearing young leaders in the communities to do the advocacy work at the local level. Policy visibility, so that aligns with what Kaveh said about earlier, to put forth recommendations for accessibility standards to palantypists and interpreters, as well as opportunities for young people with disability to participate in politics. And lastly, financial stability. So maintaining a stable source of revenues through our fundraising ventures and grant applications. So these will be put forth at our AGM for the member to offer input. Yeah. So with that said, these are our committees. And we would like to thank all of the people on these committees for the fantastic work that they have done. It would not have been possible for us to show you all of this without all of these volunteers. So thank you. So now, as you may have known, we were supposed to have a summer camp this August in my home country, Canada. But of course, 2020 has other plans. So with that not being able to happen, we were still able to do it in a different way, which Leonie was a part of. So how do we make it work?
Yes, exactly. Can we switch? Yes, exactly. So I was part of a Google meeting online that was kind of a virtual summer camp 2020. And there were around, at some point, 23 people involved from many different countries. And it was a lot of fun because on the one hand, we learned a lot of things about the summer camp. Yes, exactly, summer camp is gonna happen, but next year in 2021. And this meeting was also meant to inform us about what is gonna happen at this summer camp. So we learned, for example, where will we go? What places will we explore in Canada? What activities will we do? And especially, what kind of animals will we encounter? That was a lot of fun to learn. And after that, we played a game. We played a quiz, a Kahoot quiz, where we had to answer very difficult questions about Canada. And the funny thing was that even the Canadians in this meeting didn't know all of this information. So it was not clear that a Canadian would win that quiz. Yes, so in total, we had a lot of fun, and it was nice to meet people from all around the world. So that means you have to save the date for next year's summer camp in Canada. It will happen in August. Please sign up and be ready for an awesome time.
Yes. And there is one thing more that you should save the date for, which is the 13th study session in Budapest of Hungary. And it is March 8th to 13th in 2021. The study session is a human rights education that we conduct together with the human rights organization called the Council of Europe.
Wow, I really look forward to all these two events, and fingers crossed that it will all go very smoothly and we can all be together again, because it's just so much fun to be together and have some fun and crazy times. So, in other news, while we may not be able to move around as much physically, it doesn't mean that we were not able to build a much more visible presence on a global level. We've had the opportunity to publish a global report on COVID-19's impact on hard of hearing persons in partnership with the International Federation of Hard of Hearing. So that allows us to really push our name forward and that more people are aware of our organization. We are also recently a member of the World Hearing Forum, which is part of the World Health Organization. And being part of that group, we are the only young people representing in that group. So that gives us the opportunity to provide a youth perspective in planning for World Hearing Day 2021 and the launch of World Report on Hearing, so through the social media channels. And there have been emerging conversations about forming a global coalition of young people with disabilities so that we can all share information, resources, and work together to achieve the common goal of including young people with disabilities in different aspects of our communities. So this is in coordination with the International Disability Alliance and the United Nations Youth Envoy. And lastly, we've been working with some of our members' organizations to build capacity in the Asia, Africa, and the Latin America region. So in the Philippines, we work with our members to provide training for captioners so that the hard of hearing people in the Philippines are able to access the information in the education and in the workplace. We're also working with Moses in Uganda from the Uganda Federation of Hard of Hearing to look at how we can form a network of hard of hearing leaders in Africa. So we're looking at creating an organization starting in Kenya and moving on from there. So all in all, 2020 has been a very productive year despite the challenges that we faced. We have been very proud of what all of us have been able to accomplish, but we still need some help.
Exactly. As you heard, we have been very active, but that doesn't mean that we don't need you as a member to be involved. In fact, all our committees, they will always need some help, some ideas, some inspiration, and that could be you. So if you're interested in joining one of our committees, just go to the webpage, you will find all information there.
Yes, and I would also like to add, especially for the policy committee, that we are limited to do research about the rights of hard of hearing in the countries of which the members of our committee knows the language in. So if you have language skills, for example, we are really looking forward to hear from you. I mean, anyway, as well, but just it really, we need more volunteers to be able to be more successful.
Nice. So as you heard, we need you to help us. But on the other hand, we also want to hear from you. What is your story? What are you doing in your community as an individual or as in your organization? That doesn't matter. We really want to hear what you are doing. So if you have something interesting to tell us, just send an email to the email address that is shown here on the slide, and we might publish your story.
And finally, you can be our partners in the Erasmus project. So what is Erasmus Plus? So it is a program that is offered from the European Union that allows us to participate in different programs such as the youth exchange, which is what we are looking for right now, so that there could be at least 2 of our member organizations who can join forces with us to apply for the grant to participate in the youth exchange. So that means we're able to send people from at least 2 different countries so they can acquire knowledge, the skills from each other. So all of this information will be available on our website. We wanted to just to show you a snapshot of what we're looking for. Okay? And that concludes our update of the activities we have been doing. Okay? We would really love to hear from you on if you have any questions about our summary. So you can email us at info@ifhohyp.org for any general questions. Here is the list of all our board members and their contact information. And you can also see who you can contact with regards to different areas that you would like to find out about. So for example, if you want to find out about accessibility, you can email me, okay? Or if you want to find out about fundraising, you can email Manuel or Miguel. Yeah. Now, we would really love to hear from you. So you're always welcome to email us, leave a comment on our Facebook post, or even better, join our Discord server, because we would love to see some new faces and get this new platform going and let the conversations begin. So that's all from us for today, and stay safe, keep well, and we'll see you soon. Take care. Goodbye.
Bye. Take care.